So this is what we have so far. We have our boosters down here made out of our Reliant engines. And we have our 800, ooh, should have done that. There we go. We have our 800 fuel tanks. We have some wings over here to make it more aerodynamic. We have a coupler here that reduces the radius of the cylinder. Then up here we have our medium stage, which will fire off these solid boosters to make sure that it falls back to Earth, reducing the space chunk. And then the same up here for the last drop-off point for the JAGSAT. And for the JAGSAT, let's zoom in a little bit. It is connected to a coupler that's going to decouple from the lower stage, and this will just go setting off freely by itself. There's nothing too fantastic or too crazy about the JAGSAT in this build. All I did really was make a box out of the little plates that we have, slap some batteries inside. No scientific instruments were put in because I just wanted to make a run and gun kind of model, just make it done. Then I had some solar panels on each side, and I put some reaction wheels on the inside as well. And then I put two antennas here, put one here, and then put another one here. And I connected both of them to the long antenna that you'll see later in the video. So yeah, we have just enough to get into low Earth orbit, and let's go ahead and go. Okay, so if I did this correctly, we should be pointing directly along the equator. So let's go ahead and stage and fire. Now I'm going to start my gravity turn around 100. I'm a little late starting it up, but we should still be fine. I'm going to throttle down the engines a little bit so we won't directly burn up. Now, as you'll see in the nav ball below, I'm trying to get to 45 degrees as soon as possible, just before 10,000 feet, 11 meters I mean. And this will, you'll see I'm having a little difficult time getting the nav ball to cooperate. And we're nearly there. Pretty soon I'll just leave it there and have it on prograde. Okay, now we're around 45 degrees, and now let's see where we're at. There's my previous attempt to get there for the JAGSAT. What we want, oh, we just ran out of our first stage, and decouple, and there we go, we're on our merry way. And I'm trying to get it up to just below 70,000 kilometers. That way we're just on the outskirts of the atmosphere, and we could have, well, let's just make it 75. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now that we're in a suborbital trajectory, let's go ahead and make our maneuver to circularize our orbit. Okay, 45, that can be better. Try to make it as circular as possible. It's always the fine-tuning. Okay. Perfect. And our apoapsis is 75, that's fine. Okay, now that we're here, we can go ahead and set our... I forgot to mention we don't have any tracking, so I need to manually get it to our... get our marker to the trajectory point using just my handwork. Let's see, it's going to be a little bit more difficult than I'd imagine. Okay, so I need to start burning in 15 seconds. Shouldn't be a problem. There we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Now you may be wondering, it's like, hey, we're on the outskirts of the atmosphere. What about the space junk you were talking about earlier? So what you see over here is after we use up the fuel in this rocket, this will decouple and then send this one send the solid boosters in a retrograde burn, and in turn that will slow down the spacecraft to what's left of it, and it will turn the orbit into an unstable one, and then it would eventually goes back into the atmosphere and burn up. But we're just about to do it, and there it goes. And let's see where we're at on the orbit. It's lining up nicely, so I'm going to stop it now. Okay, good. Yay, now we're on a nice little orbit. I should have ejected this beforehand, but it's a little too late for that, so I'm just going to take one for the team and just deploy it. Luckily, it's only in 2 halves. Now, I'm going to turn this, so see how I did this in the past. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to turn off the engine. I'm going to quick save. And then I am going to... Okay, I did that already. There we go. So now we are still on a... Yeah, we're set now. So, as you'll see, the white line is the trajectory of that last stage, and you can see that the solid stage boosters did just perfectly and is going to come back into the atmosphere and burn up. So yeah, there we go. I still have 3 minutes left on this recording, so I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and warp to so you can see the JAGSAT. There we go. Now I'll go ahead and turn on eject it, as in to burn the wiring, so to speak. And there we go. We have we can move this around any way we'd like. We can set it prograde if we want it to. We can set it retrograde, normal, anti-normal, radial out, radial in, all you'd ever want. And to simulate what it would look like, you know, for when it's going to be orbiting around the Earth and the sun's going to be directly baking on it. On the worst case, let's go ahead and turn off that, and let's there we go. Now it's doing the rotisserie motion to dissipate the heat. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll go ahead and end it here. Okay, thanks for watching.